Negative thinking is a major problem. If you're trying to be successful or happy, you have no room for negativity. Big thinking gets rid of negativity. Dreams and visions gets rid of negativity. Now, what you cannot do is bury yourself by using your success compared to other people. See, success is not how far you got, because somebody always further than you. Success ain't how far you got. Success is how far you got from where you started. God said a man is as he thinketh. We are how we think. You have got to change the way you think. It is the whole determining factor of where you go in life. We are all where we are today because we thought ourselves to this position. If you don't like the position, think yourself out of it.
When people know better, they do better. I can't even say that's always true in my own life. I know I should get up every morning early and exercise about 5:30 and jog about 3 miles. I know better. I know what is healthy, what is not healthy. I have been informed. I know how to bench press. I know how to do lat pull down. I know the form. I know what I ought to be doing. It is not the absence of knowledge, but the gulf between what we know and what we do is often a wide gulf, and we don't always reach across.
We're all participating in this thing called life. All of us. Life has ebb and flows. It's got thunderstorms in it, earthquakes. This life. Stop expecting it to go smooth, because it ain't finna go smooth. The road to success is always under construction. You combat negativity and you combat discouragement with gratitude. What messes you up is you focus on the thing that's not happening. So whenever you get discouraged, change your focus from what's not happening to what has happened. Because what causes the downslide is if you get wrapped up into what ain't happening, it get ugly, man. But you have to focus on gratitude. People understand how serious gratitude is. It's hard to be miserable and grateful at the same time.
We all love to be blessed, our business taking on. We meet the person of our dreams. But here's the key. The blessing doesn't come by itself. But with that blessing is going to come opposition, jealousy, people that are not for you. The question is not so much, can you handle the blessing? The question is, can you handle the persecution? Everyone is not going to celebrate your success. All your friends won't be happy when you get that promotion, when you move into that new house, when you get engaged. The favor on your life will stir up the jealousy, the competition, the envy in certain people. You can't have the blessing without some kind of persecution. If you can handle the persecution, then God can trust you with the blessing. You have to pass the test of overlooking insults, ignoring what people are saying. They wouldn't be talking if you weren't making a difference. Let God deal with the naysayers. Let God take care of those that are trying to make you look bad. Some people can't handle your success. They were fine as long as you were at their level, as long as you were single like them, as long as you lived in their neighborhood. You have to be okay with them not being okay with you. Your time is too valuable to worry about what people think about you. You don't need everyone to celebrate you. You don't need all your coworkers, all your relatives to cheer you on. If you become too dependent on people, then if they don't meet your expectations, if they don't approve you, you'll spend your time trying to get their approval. Don't look to people, look to God.
I do not deserve the good measure that flows with success. I just don't deserve it. I just can't see myself as being in this position. I don't deserve it. This often comes from things that people said to you or about you. They programmed you to see yourself in a limited parameter, and so when you see opportunities beyond how you've been programmed, you reject it because you don't feel like you're deserving of it. I do not want to stand apart or be different. I want to fit in. because they have a belief system that holds on to being ordinary, they will not take the lead. I am afraid that I will become a target, and you will. If you take the lead, you will become a target. But just because they're shooting at you doesn't mean they shot you.
There are a lot of voices in life trying to define us, tell us who we are. Sometimes they're uplifting, other times they're negative. You're not attractive. There's nothing special about you. Our own thoughts will try to label us. When you listen to all these voices, it's easy to think, who's telling the truth? Who am I? Am I strong and confident, or am I weak and insecure? Here's the key. The only voice that matters is your voice. What you choose is what you will become. Who do you say you are? God says you have seeds of greatness. You are destined to leave your mark. Other voices will tell you you're just ordinary. You have the final choice. The problem with some people is they've chosen the wrong voice so long, they don't know who they really are. They've allowed circumstances to define them. Mistakes, disappointments, now they've lost their passion. The only one that knows who you really are is your Creator.
What are the things that you fear that's been keeping you from living your dream? That's been keeping you from doing some things that you would like to do? Life is about growth. You can either go back to your comfort zone, and there you won't find any growth, or you must be willing to go forward and face your fears, because you're never going to have a fear-free existence. I mean, some fear is acceptable. There's some things that you really should be afraid of. Now, you shouldn't allow it to immobilize you. You take it into account and you carry yourself accordingly. It's a difference between having a fear and the fear having you, being stopped by fear. It's perfectly fine to have some fears. You embrace those fears, and then you move on. You act on whatever it is that you fear. What you resist will persist.
You can't say I'm weak and tap into the power. You can't say I'm not that talented and tap into your greatness. Who do you say you are? Not who do other people say you are? Who do your coworkers say you are? No disrespect. But you are not who people say you are who God says you are. If you let them put their limitations on you, convince you that you can't accomplish your dream, then because you're letting them define you, what they're saying is going to come to pass. Don't repeat the negative people have spoken over you. I'm strong, talented, favored, blessed, forgiven, fearfully, and wonderfully made. I am not what I feel. I may feel weak, but God says I'm strong, so my report is I am strong. You may not feel up to par. You're dealing with an illness, fighting that depression. It's easy to wear the labels, sick, depressed. That's just who I am. That's not who you are. That's what you're dealing with. Don't let that difficulty become your identity. What do you say about yourself? I'm sick, I'm depressed. No, I'm healthy, I'm free, I'm happy, I'm victorious. If you'll start saying what God says about you instead of what you feel, you'll see things begin to turn around. I talked to a man that was so down on himself. He said, I feel so unworthy. I don't deserve to be blessed. Being against yourself is not going to help you move forward. The enemy is called the accuser. He'll remind you of every mistake you've made. He'd love for you to wear these labels, unworthy, no future. I told him what I'm telling you. As long as you see yourself unworthy, it's going to keep you where you are. People can get jealous. You don't need their approval. You have Almighty God's approval. Don't get upset when people turn on you. Don't be revengeful and use your influence to pay them back. Always thinking about what they said. Ignore it. Keep dreaming, keep being good to people, and God will take care of the persecutors. He'll deal with the critics, the jealous people, the opposition. People can't stop your destiny. The blessing on your life is greater than any force that's trying to hold you back.